Wait. Don't go anywhere, okay? Somebody asked the question. Let's see. This is a good question. Y'all. I know I'm late, but don't go anywhere. So I asked the question, y'all, and I want to answer it. All right. So don't go anywhere. Let's see. All right, y'all. Welcome to Q&A. Let's see. All right. So this is 15-minute live Q&A with your girl, the real Elisa Applewhite, your CEO 3 times in the building, y'all. God is absolutely amazing. In the blessing business. If y'all not in the blessing business, y'all need to get there. All right. So 32. Let's see. Did I do it? Let's see. Did I do it? Hold on. Did I do it? I did it. Okay, so here we go. All right, so why do I go live Monday through Friday, y'all? It's very, very simple. You keep asking me questions. We go live at 12 o'clock. It's a little late today because we teaching, but I'm here, right? I'm here. So we go live at 12 o'clock. You can catch us on all social media platforms except for TikTok. All right, so we're not on TikTok yet. Definitely 12 o'clock answering your questions, right? You DMing me, you texting me, you calling me. Oh, I didn't put the clock on the thing. Let me get the clock up. Where's the clock? Let's see, y'all. Let's see. All right. So you DMing me, you texting me, you calling me, you asking me questions. So I want to be able to answer your questions. And in order to answer your questions, clock is up. I'll put 15 minutes on the clock. All right. So 12 o'clock, catch me here every day, Monday through Friday, Saturdays and Sundays. You can catch us here at 12 o'clock. There will be a recording, right? So you ask the question and I answer it. Okay. So let's get to the question because we want to make sure we get into the question. All right. So 132. Episode 132. That means I've been live for 132 days. Shake. So happy. All right. So 132. How do you know if you're operating your business professionally? This is a great question. I'm so glad somebody asked this question, right? How do you know, really, how do you know if you're operating your business professionally? Really, really great question. All right. So I give you 3 things on what I think answers the question. Okay, so let's get to it. How do you know if you're operating your business professionally? Your clients, right? So the great thing about when you have a business, your clients are going to tell you if you're unprofessional, if you're being professional or not. So listen to your clients. And one of the ways that you can listen to your clients is by giving them a survey. So one of the things that we do with our clients is we ask them, hey, I know you have a busy time, running these hospitals and running these nursing homes. But if somebody can please give us a survey, right? We send them a survey every 30 days to see if we are holding up to our part of the deal. And one of the things that we always include in the survey is what can we do differently, okay? Because you never know what's going on with the client if you don't ask what can you do differently. So if you are a healthcare staffing owner or if you're a business period, you should be surveying your client every 30 days. Now, there are other ways that you can get your clients' opinions, right? You can call them up on the phone and say, hey, is it something that you feel like we need to improve in, right? If you're like us, we like to build relationships, okay? One thing I realized that relationships that you have with people are priceless if it is the right relationship. You can build some toxic relationships. And a lot of people who live in poverty or who are still in that poverty set mind have built some toxic relationships that they have to get rid of. You need to build relationships where if I'm going to pour into you, you're going to pour into me, and we're going to grow together. Okay. So one of the things that I always tell people is you get into business, you give somebody a service or you give them a product, and then that's it, right? You don't build no relationship with them. You're not seeing how their kids doing. You're not checking on what they like to eat. You're not saying happy birthday to them when they birthday, right? You just literally buy a product or service and then you just cut it off. How does it make you feel when your friends, literally the good friends, they check up on you? Hey, I'm just checking to see how you doing this week. I haven't heard from you. How does it make you feel? That's how you got to think about it. These are people. Your clients are people. So you want to make them feel the same way, right? Happy birthday, girl. It's about you. It's about you, right? Again, somebody making their moment in life about me, which helps me to build that relationship with them, right? So what I'm saying to you is if you have a client, you need to look at every client as a relationship that you're building outside of the money that they're giving to you, because that's still a person, right? And because I always talk about God. I'm very adamant in my religion, in my faith, right, with God. So if I'm just looking at the money that I'm getting from that person, am I not just doing my own selfish goal or my own selfish reason? Where does God play a part in that, right? And God plays a part in that by building that relationship to let people know that regardless on what you're going through, regardless of what the issue is, God can't always solve every problem, whether you think so or not. Like there is not a problem bigger than God. Okay. So one of the things that I always tell people is if you have a client and they are making a money exchange with you, you want to make sure you build that relationship, not only so they can continue making that money exchange with you, so you can make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do spiritually for God. And if they stop making that money relationship with you, this is the great thing about people. If they stop or they're unable to make that money relationship with you, they are, believe me, telling people about you, right? They are what we call free advertisers, telling everybody, you know what? I couldn't afford Alisa services anymore, but when I did, she was really, really good. She helped me do this. She helped me do that. You never know who a person is in the room. I always tell my mentees, make sure that when you get into the room, you always make sure that you infuse your positivity, your behavior with that particular client, build that relationship, because the best free type of organic advertisement that you can always be is the conversation in the room when you're not in the room. Okay, so be that great that when you are not present in UK or you're not present in Switzerland, you are the conversation in the room and you didn't even know people was talking about you. Okay, so how do you know if you're operating your business professionally? Your client should tell you. Again, surveys, asking the question, building a relationship. Okay. How do you know if you're operating your business professionally? Your employees. Okay. Survey your employees. Your employees should be serviced at least once a week, right? Because you want to know, and you say, Lisa, that's a little excessive. It's excessive to have a high turnover rate too. It's excessive to hire somebody and then months later found out that only thing they wanted was a hug and you didn't give it to them. Right? You didn't give them a hug, or only thing they wanted was somebody to acknowledge that they were doing great work because you didn't do the surveys. So guess what? I would rather be excessive than figuring out what's going on with you now than trying to hire somebody, reorientate them, place them in your position, especially if you're a good employee. Now, if you're a bad employee, and we talk about that, Brandon Dawson talks about A, B, and C employees. And if you're in that C category, you got to go. You got to go. You can't even be in this establishment. Like, we need to figure out something for you. We're going to pray for you and put you in a nonprofit because you got to go, because you're going to bring down all my A's and my B's. Now, my B, I could convert them to A, but a C, they too far down the line. Y'all don't get to the D's. Oh, Jesus, that's a whole nother conversation. All right, so your employees, right? You want to make sure you are surveying your employees at least once a week to figure out, am I being professional? Am I holding up my deal of the bargain? Is there something that I miss? Is it something more that I can do? Okay. And this goes for students as well. If you're a consultant and you're teaching students, make sure you are surveying your people. Like, hey, I want you to do the survey. Tell me what's going on. All right. The next thing we'll talk about is, how do you know if you're operating your business professionally? Look in the mirror. I mean, I'm being dead honest. Like, look in the mirror. And if you know that you if you run a gym business, then it's okay to look like you came out the gym every day, because you want people to understand this is my trade, this is what I do, you know what I'm saying? This is what I resemble. But if you are literally consulting government professionals, you need to look like you're consulting government professionals, okay? So look in the mirror and talk to yourself in the mirror. Is what you're saying coming out your mouth appropriate? Right? If you are teaching a bunch of Christian people and every other word that comes out your mouth is a cuss word or a foul word, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I need to stop saying these words because it's highly offensive to their Christian religion or Muslim religion or whatever the religion is, right? Not only is that, but once you get highly like into God and you're serving God, you understand that it's certain words that I just don't want around me, right? I don't even want to put it in my memory. I don't want to keep it in my memory. I don't want it to exist, period. Okay. So look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I resembling what's professional, y'all? And I had to look at myself some days and I'm like, you know what? I'm sitting here, I'm doing these lives. I'm like, they get it how it is, they get it straight out the bed. But then I'm telling people I sell healthcare staffing businesses and I charge $20,000 a ticket. Doesn't work. It doesn't work, right? It doesn't work with what you're looking for. It will debrand who you are. So what I'm saying to you, y'all, I had to look in the mirror at myself and say, you know what? Yeah, you might be having these very successful businesses, but you don't look like you do. And sometimes when I'm outside in society, I don't want to look like I do. I'm just being honest. I want to go into the grocery store and shop like regular people. You know, I don't want to have to hire my kids and hire people. So yeah, sometimes I'll be looking a hot mess if you see me outside in the streets because I don't want people to know what I do. I just want to keep it to myself. But if you're going to present, right? If you're going to present and let people know what you do, you need to present and show up appropriately. Okay. So, episode 132, how do you know if you're operating your business professionally? Number one, your clients. Number two, your employees. And number three, look in the mirror. Okay. Some people like, at least I'm not doing it. All right. So why do I call myself CEO 3 times, y'all? We are all CEOs 3 times in our business, in our lives, and literally in our community. We're bossing it, y'all. We all doing it. So every one of you on this call, we got the Activity Playhouse. Shout out to my sister Nayetta. You are bossing it. We got Annie Hanyo. You're bossing it. We got D Rock up here. Look, you're bossing it, right? You are literally bossing it every day in your life. We got Shrey Subug. You're bossing it every day in your life, right? So we're all CEOs 3 times. All right, so we got 3 companies, me and my husband. And the first company we have is Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing, where we staff medical professionals in hospitals, doctors' offices, and nursing homes. Then we have TOTLHS Heart to Go Inc. This is our nonprofit. This is the baby that takes care of our medical professionals, all right? And then we have The Real Elisa Applewhite Consulting. This is our consulting firm where we teach everyday people like you how to build a healthcare staffing agency from scratch. We have partnered with medical professionals to teach them skills to help them get into higher levels of their career, like ICU or ED. Y'all, we partner with hospitals and nursing homes to show them on how to retain their staff. Y'all, we have a podcast called Beyond the Scrubs Podcast that will be hitting really, really hard in March. So I'm super, super excited. I know I keep saying this, but it is going to hit hard in March. Like we got some stuff edited and we're going to be dropping some stuff. All right. So I'm super excited about that. We also have the workshop that's coming up next week, February 23rd. Where you literally build a healthcare staffing agency in 6 hours. It's crazy. It's crazy. So you build a healthcare staffing agency in 6 hours. I'm super, super excited about that journey. Y'all, we are just really helping people, right? We're out here in these streets learning just to be the best people that we can be financially, mentally, physically, emotionally for ourselves and our children. So that is what we do. I want to make sure you are following me on all social media platforms. Go follow me on all social media platforms. The Real Elisa Applewhite. Again, that's The Real Elisa Applewhite. Again, The Real Elisa Applewhite. Y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel now, right? We're giving away some giveaways this month. I do not want you to miss it. We got D Rock in the house. We got Annie Hanyo. We got the Activity Playhouse. Like, do not miss it. Go register right now for my YouTube. Go subscribe because we are going to be giving away some things on YouTube. All right. So this is where you can go, www.therealaac.com/intense. You go here to go to our intense that we're having next week, February 23rd, y'all, which was on a Friday. So I'm super, super excited. Come be a part of the intense so you can learn how to build a staffing agency in 6 hours. Okay. So I'm super, super excited about this, y'all. Look, as always, I absolutely love y'all. We got 2 minutes on the clock, but I'm about to end this now because I came in late. I absolutely love y'all. I am so thrilled that you're here with me. I'm so happy that you're breathing and you decided to spend your time with Elisa. But what Elisa is saying to you is go out and build a relationship with your creator, because when it gets rough and when it gets rocky, and it will, right? You know that you have built a relationship with God and that there's nobody there that can deter you or turn you away from your mission, your goal, your purpose, because God is amazing in every way. And once you start believing that God is amazing in every way, and once you start believing that everything that God does for you is a purpose and a reason, and it's going to be a lesson to teach other people, your life will be so much better. Okay. So go out and build a relationship with God, y'all, your mama, your kids, your husband. Nobody loves you as much as God loves you. And they said, Lisa, how do you know that? I'm going to tell you how I know God loves me, because I woke up this morning and he decided to give me breath yet another day. It's not my kids. It's not my friends. It's not my spouse. There is nobody alive that can say, Elisa, you're going to live today, other than God. Okay. So I absolutely love you. Go build this relationship with God. And I'm going to leave you with this one. Bye-bye. Time is not promised to anybody. So you have to be very intentful with your time. Because the simple fact of when you are in business, you are given so many tasks, you're given so many things to do, that if you don't have a specified time on when you're going to do these things, when you're going to target these things, then they get lost in the sauce, right? And you should always do your intent schedule based on what has to be done now. What needs to be done right now that's going to generate revenue for my company or my business, right? How to get to the, as David Shan says, how to get to the bag now, right? So that task is always within that 1 hour block, where you break it down to 15-minute circles, or you can break it down to 30 minutes, however intent you want to be. Intent for me is 15 minutes. I want to know what I can accomplish in 15 minutes. And when we get a little bit more intent and see, I want to know what I can accomplish in 5 minutes, right? But right now, see what you can accomplish, because the thing that is going to get you to the bag first or get you increased revenue is the thing that's going to keep your business going. So you have to prioritize, right?